In this lesson, we'll be talking about using date and date time in SOQL queries. The format for dates when we're doing a query is, let me clear this real quickly, it's the year with all four, and then month, and then day. So this is the format for a date. And then date time actually has three different formats, but the main format that's used is year, month, day, t, hour, minute, second, and z. So this one, this is indicating for time zones. And then there is a different one, or two different formats, but they're pretty much the same thing, which is t plus hour, minute, minus hour, minute. And this is offset. So what the offset is for is it's for offsetting the UTC time, which is what all times are stored at within Salesforce. So the next thing that I wanted to talk about is date literals. And date literals are, instead of having to do calculations and having to find the dates, there's a set of literals that you can use instead of doing that, such as there is yesterday, today, last n days, and then there is n. And there's quite a few more. We'll just show these, but you can also search in any search engine. You can search for Salesforce date literals and a bunch will come up, but there's yesterday, today, last day, n days. So the n is for identifying. You can have whatever n you want for the number of days. And then there are next days, next n days, next n weeks, months, quarters, years, and then last, instead of last n days, there could be weeks, months, quarters, and years again. There's also this week, this month, this quarter, this year, next week, next month, next quarter, next year, last week, last month, last quarter, last year. And then there's also some fiscal date literals as well. That's essentially the same thing, but only with fiscal. And just to show how we use literals within, so I have this up. So let's do select ID name. We'll do from account, where the created date was yesterday, equal to yesterday. So now I have all the accounts that were created yesterday. I could do created date. We'll do greater than today, which won't come up with anything because you can't have a created date greater than today. But you can also use less than today. So anything where the created date, so that's going to be all of them. And then you can also we'll do the last n 25 days. So less than last n days 25. Oh, I know why it's not coming up. It needs to be equals. There we go, and I can just do the created date just to show you. So this is showing all the ones that were created within the last 25 days. And that's date and date literals. There, like I said, there's a bunch of other date literals, but if we were to continue to go through these, it would get pretty repetitive as well. And so I didn't want to do a whole bunch of them. But you can just take a look at the documentation, and it shows what they are and gives a little example and tells you the range of what it is, because it is going based off of UTC time. So some of your expectations when you're trying to run these queries may be a little bit different than what it actually does. So I do suggest taking some time, running a few queries, and taking a look at the date timestamps of when they occur and whether or not it fits what you were expecting it to be.